Hello, and welcome to this video on crafting the perfect 3-minute speech. Following are some tips on public speaking. My name is Sriram Iyer, also known as Sire. It's worth remembering that a great speech is one that is memorable. But what makes a great speech memorable? If you can do at least one of these three, if not all three, then your speech will be memorable. Make the audience think, make them feel, and make them laugh or have fun. I'm now going to give you some specific tips on public speaking. Number 1, write, memorize, and structure your speech. Ensure that when you get to the stage, you are at your confident best and that you do not have to rely on your memory or cue cards. Cue cards and other things relating to your speech are unnecessary and act as crutches. So practice so hard that you remember your speech even in your sleep. Number 2, the use of your hands. Remember, your hands are not your enemy. They are your friends. Use them to further illustrate and explain your point that you're making with your words. Your hands and your body are your friends, so use them to that effect. Number 3, movement on stage. The stage itself can be a terrifying place for many, but I want you to understand that the stage too is your friend, much like the hands. So use the stage, especially the length of the stage. Move to the right, look at the audience there, make eye contact. Move back to the center, make an important point, and then move to the left. Again, making eye contact with the audience on that side of the room. Number 4, you all have wonderful smiles, so ensure that you smile throughout your speech. Even if you forget what comes next, pause and give them your best smile. Number 5, your voice. Much like the stage and your hands, your voice too is your friend. And your voice has a couple of superpowers. The ability to increase or decrease speed. The ability to increase or decrease volume. And again, use them to your advantage. For example, when making an important point, slow down. And sometimes, even softening your voice can work in terms of gaining their full attention. So use your voice because it is your friend. Also, I highly encourage the use of stories in your speeches because people remember stories. We want your speech to be memorable, and stories will help you do that. You can tell a story about any one of your experiences or even an achievement, either yours or someone else's. But remember, your story needs to have at least one major emotion, humor, excitement, suspense, etc. You can use the story in the middle of your speech and break up the speech using a transitionary statement like, "Let me tell you a story." You can also use your story to create great interest and curiosity. You can take them to the peak of curiosity and leave them on a cliffhanger and reveal the end of the story at the end of your speech. So think about your favorite story and just go for it. Remember to keep it between 30 to 45 seconds in a 3-minute speech. But make sure your story connects to your topic. Also remember to structure your story using the CAR format: context, action, result. Often the way you start and end your speech also makes a big difference. You can start your speech with a story, or a famous quote, or questions, or even an interesting fact or a statistic. And to end your speech, make sure that you tell the audience what you expect from them. Give them an action that they must do. You can also use a famous quote here that makes them think. When you end your speech, use at least 15 seconds to summarize your key message. I hope this was useful. All the very best with your public speaking.